Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to the first segment of the day. Over here, it's just 11:33 over here, morning time. So we're like a half an hour, not late. I scheduled it for this because I had some of the bits and pieces I needed to do. Today is my daughter's birthday, but I'll get into that on the other side of the live show. I've got Isaac joining me again. Isaac, how are you, my friend?
Fine, thank you, Alex. How are you? And how is everyone, the fan base?
Yeah, well, I'm fine. I'm fine. The family's fine, and let's see. I've seen some early live chats, and I think people kind of got the wrong end of the stick when I put on the thumbnail Arteta to blame. But we'll get to that on the other side of this intro music. Yes, it's Friday. Friday, the first segment of the day. Today, we're going to be doing the morning live segments, and I'm back doing the morning live segments throughout the whole week. My school I work at, they're on half term, but today I'm off because it's my daughter's birthday. I'm not going to tell you how old she is. I told Isaac how old she is, but I'm not sure she's going to be watching. I think she's going to be maybe doing other things. But we're going to be meeting up later on today. So from myself and my wife to my daughter, happy birthday, Shanice. As I usually say, make sure you subscribe to Canon 4 TV. Hit the bell notification button so you can receive all the latest news right here on this wonderful channel, Canon for the TV. Right, before going live, I was just talking to Isaac about some people coming to the live chat, and maybe they've got the wrong end of the stick in regards to the thumbnail art. What I've put there, Arteta to blame. Should I just read it, Isaac?
Yeah. Just read it.
Yeah, I'll just read it, okay? So people, so I can quell the firestorm which is about to happen here. So the report says, "My fault. I have failed." Mikel Arteta accepts blame for Mesut Ozil's situation as Arsenal midfielder hits out at the Premier League mission. Now, Mikel Arteta has actually, like Isaac said, going offline, has said that he's taken the stress off the players and put it on himself. Now, in regards to Mesut Ozil, okay, he says he is saying, I'm not saying this. He says that the Arsenal boss, everyone is free to have their expression and feelings. Now we know Mesut Ozil has come up with a statement. I read the statement in the week, but Mikel Arteta says what I can say from my side is that it's just football in decisions. My conscience is very calm because I have been really fair with him. My level of communication with him has been really high, and we know what to expect from each other. Obviously, a player of that dimension with the career he has had, everything has happened around him has had a big impact. But I blame myself for not getting the best out of Mesut Ozil. So Mikel Arteta is saying that he blames himself for not getting the best out of Mesut Ozil. That's what the report was saying. Isaac, do you have anything to say or to add on that before we move on? Right, there's a lag. There's a bit of a lag.
Arteta is being brilliant, taking the pressure off his players, and he's being when you watch the way Arteta reacts to comments or as questions that is being asked, he is very careful with what he says. Obviously, there has been a lot of debate around Ozil. Alex, today in my country, if my president had a fever, everybody will know the president has a fever. But if I was admitted in hospital, no one will know Isaac is admitted in hospital because the media will not cover that. We have to understand that Ozil is a high profile player, so everyone is looking at him why he's not in the squad. He is not the first one to be left out of the squad with his kind of wages. Yesterday I was reading there was a player who was once dropped, not in the Arsenal team, but I'll look back to it and then I'll text you his name. He was relegated back to the under 23. There is a player who was earning a lot and was relegated down to under 23. Arteta says it is purely football reasons. And if there is anyone to blame, it is not the club, it is not the board, it is not the owners, it is him. He's taking all the blame, saying that he is the one that chooses the team and no one chooses the team for him, because people have been saying, oh, the board is choosing the team for you to play. And Ateta says, I am the one who's choosing the team and not the board. So if you have to blame anyone, blame me. And he said, if you have questions to ask, ask and I will clarify. So we have got to understand, yes, it is a huge debate, is not going anywhere until maybe perhaps Ozil is out of the club. It is then the debate will end. But as long as he's at Arsenal and with high wages, and remember he has even more followers in his social media than Arsenal itself in social
Yeah,
media. So
yeah.
everyone looks at him, and being that high profile player, everyone is looking at what he's posting. Everyone knows what he's posting at what time.
I've got to say, I take my hat off to Mikel Arteta for trying to take the steam out of the situation very, very slowly. I mean, we're inside a pressure cooker, and every time the player maybe tweets or there's some, I say, some social media outburst or meltdown, I think Mikel Arteta has tried his best to diffuse the situation by taking blame on himself. And that is all it is. That's all we wanted to communicate in the first segment of news, Isaac. There was nothing about we're blaming Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta, as Isaac says, that he blames himself for the situation there. And hopefully, yeah, he's kind of relieved the pressure in the pressure cooker in regards to Mesut Ozil. And that is all we wanted to talk about. We're not blaming Mikel Arteta. It's a statement that he made early in the week where he blamed himself for not getting the best out of Mesut Ozil. That's all it was there. Let me go into the live chat very, very quickly before it kind of builds up very, very quickly, Isaac. Let's just see what everyone's been saying in the live chat. Hopefully, people will understand what we were trying to say. So, Jack Williams says, blame Arteta to blame is up to the players who he picks to play to set up. To step up. I generally don't think Arteta is trying to intentionally park the bus. It's certain players who play that way anyway. So he's kind of, yeah, you're kind of covering what we're talking about and maybe about the way Arsenal have been playing over the last maybe 2 or 3 weeks. So maybe we can talk about that, the formation and how Arsenal played, especially last night. Although we spoke about it last night, didn't we, Isaac? We spoke about, the game against Rapid Vienna. So
Yes, we did speak about it.
Majid says, "What are we blaming Arteta for this time?" Well, yeah, Majid, we've already explained. I think we've kind of clarified what we wanted to talk about. Amit says, "To be fair, he is the manager of the club. He has said many times that the board has backed him 100% in all of this actions. Who else will we blame?" The Assembled says, "Good morning, panel," and the Assembled, good morning to you. I saw you late last night on our Arsenal fan circle. Yeah, I was up kind of doing things around the house, and yeah, I saw the podcast just a few minutes. And Majid says, "Hi, Alex." Majid, and hi to you as well. Alex and his clickbait. Oh, it's not. It's not clickbait. It's just talking about the facts. It's the facts. The artist he blames himself. I mean, be careful. I might expel you from the live chat. Majid, there's a hi for you from Isaac to you.
Hi
Hi,
to
hi, hi.
Majid.
Abdul says, bravo, bravo, Arsenal. And Larry Wan says, we don't even know what to believe. Contrary stories. I think Ozil's PR is really working with him. Do you want to say anything on that, Isaac?
Ozil has the best PR in the world, and I remember someone saying some time back on the live show that if he had Ozil's PR team, he will not get in any trouble. So he has the best PR team. He knows how to pick. He knows how to pick topics. You could see even yesterday he commented on the game. He said, "Bravo, Arsenal." And before the game started, he said, "We are going to win 4-1." So you see the way he is picking his topics, the way he shapes them. So he has the best PR team in the world. So and
Yeah,
you cannot beat Ozil in PR. So if you want to fight Ozil in PR, it is a losing game.
a losing game, a losing battle. Well, it's not only Arteta that can't get the best out of Ozil. Freddie, Emery, and even Wenger in his last 2 seasons couldn't get the best out of Ozil. So the problem is Ozil. I won't say nothing.
uh, Nothing much to say.
Yeah, okay. To be honest, there is no real transparency at Arsenal anymore. Everyone is playing different angles from their own agendas. And then Larry one says, Isaac, Arteta is playing politics with the fans and has also been responsible for whatever happens to take the pressure off the board. Do you want to respond or no?
Let me add something small to that. Arteta knows how to respond well. You cannot beat Arteta in a press conference. He knows how to respond to questions. He knows what you are going to ask. I remember the press conference before Rapid Vienna. There was a reporter who was asking him about Ozil, and he kept repeating, "I can't hear you. I can't hear you." It is as if he did not want to comment on that, but at the end he commented on that. Yes, he knows how to craft his story. I remember saying that Arteta knows what to say so that it cannot come back to bite him. Yes, he does not want the fans to blame the board. He does not want the fans to blame individual players. He's taking the pressure off the board. You know how Arsenal fans are. I've I've looked and seen that Arsenal fans are the most emotional when you compare to other clubs. We are most emotional fans in this world. So he knows how we react to situations. So he tries to calm our nerves down.
I'm not going to go any more further at this point in the live chat. There are other bits and pieces of news I actually wanted to talk about. I didn't want to dominate again the morning segment. The other bit of news actually I wanted to talk about was I said last night that for me Mohamed El Neni was head and shoulders my man of the match. I said maybe close by I don't know, Thomas Partey. And that was my man of the match. But however, I just kind of read a report late last night, and it does really say that this chap here, by the numbers, Isaac, he was head and shoulders above anybody else. So let me quickly read a report, and then we can go over it and pick up the bits and pieces. It says that Gabriel by the numbers, and it's fair to say that the former Atletico Madrid midfielder Thomas Partey didn't really disappoint. He played very, very well. He controlled the midfield. He was defending when he had to defend, attacking when he had to attack. But it says that really the Brazilian Gabriel, by the numbers, was head and shoulders above anybody else there. It says that his physicality, the high pressuring from Rapid Vienna, he withstood that. He won the duels. Actually, let me just quickly go by the numbers here. It says that going by Sofa score, he won an impressive 10 out of 14 duels, which was the joint highest alongside Thomas Partey. Also, he made a mammoth 4 interceptions too. To put that last stat in context, the rest of the Arsenal teammates combined for exactly 4 between them. He was also the initiator of most Arsenal attacks, finishing the game with a whopping 119 touches and a whole 17 more than the man in the second. Yes, you guessed it. It's Thomas Partey. So this saying by the numbers, really, Isaac, it was Gabriel. It was Gabriel. I wouldn't have thought it was Gabriel. I thought again, seeing how and any
Yeah, going by
partnered.
the numbers, it is Gabriel.
Sorry, go on. Yeah,
Yes,
Isaac.
going by the numbers, it was Gabriel.
Hmm.
He's, you see the way he plays. He saved Leno several times, and not just in the yesterday's game. He's been saving Leno severally, and he saves our goalkeeper. He saved Luis from a mistake by going back and protecting the ball. So yes, when you look at the way he passes, he does not give an incomplete pass. He gives complete passes, long range, short range. He's very clinical. When you look at the stats, he has had over 90%, mostly 94% complete of his passes. He does not miss pass. He gives complete pass, and he's very physical. If you want to fight, he'll fight. If you want to be clinical, he'll be clinical. If you want to be physical, he'll be physical. So he brings all those aspects into the game. And you remember we had been conceding a lot from set pieces, but this season we haven't conceded a lot from set pieces
Hmm.
because he's winning the aerial duels. Yes, he's heading the ball out. And I'll say if it was Gabriel that goal we considered at Liverpool, if it is Gabriel who headed the ball out rather than Luis, we could not have conceded because he knows where to head the ball.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm just kind of thinking, and so can you use statistics to kind of get the result that you want? Because again, I think we were in agreement last night that for both of us, it was Mohamed El Neni. So for me, it was Mohamed El Neni.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. For us, it was Mohamed El Neni because he did what he has never done. Look, Alex, have you ever seen El Neni pass a ball forward for the rest of his playing life? He is always passing the ball around backwards to the wing. He's not been passing the ball forward, but someone was saying that because Ozil is a Muslim and El Neni is a Muslim, perhaps he shared a lot. He shared some Ozil into El Neni yesternight, but he played well. If we are rating the most improved player, we'll be saying El Neni. He has improved a lot. I remember you saying, Alex, that when this season started, you were expecting El Neni to be the first one to go. But the way he played, he stayed because of the way he played. The way it is like he fought for that space, for the place to stay. Someone was saying that El Neni is the best average player. Is the best average player. He's underrated. We underrate him. We do not see what he brings because we are used to him making mistakes. We are
Mm,
just looking at the way he used to play. We are not looking at the way he's playing currently. So if we look
hmm
at the way he's playing currently, he's a good player. Yes.
hmm hmm All right. So that leads me to talk actually about Mohamed Elneny, and there was another report which came out late last night, and it says it does talk about Aubameyang. Aubameyang had like a short goal drought, and if it were not for Mohamed Elneny playing the ball through the lines for Bellerin and Bellerin scoring the ball, Alba would probably still be on the goal drought. But it does say here actually in regards to Mohamed Elneny that whilst of course the plaudits went to Bellerin for providing the assist for Aubameyang, it says that a lot of the Arsenal fans picked out Mohamed El Neny's role in the goal. It was the Egyptian international who played a defense-splitting pass into the Spaniard before Aubameyang ended his goal drought, and supporters were keen to point that out on social media. So, although the stats says it's Gabriel, my guy for last night's game is Mohamed El Neni, and like you say, we're used to seeing him playing the ball left to right, backwards, and making a mistake. But this time round, in this new season, Isaac, he is my man of the match. And there's no reason for Mikel Arteta to drop this guy for the game against Leicester City. But I've got a funny feeling that we won't see him play against Leicester City. I've got a funny feeling that Arteta is going to drop him. There's no reason to drop him.
Yes, there's no reason to drop him, but I agree with you. He'll drop him. I guess he'll drop him and put in Xhaka in
Shaka.
that midfield. But
Yeah.
there is no point. There is no point of dropping him. The way he has been playing, the way he's gained confidence. You know, players play out of confidence. He has gained confidence, and in his interview, he said everybody is giving the best, including the kitman. He himself said that everybody is trying to give his best right now. The other game, when we won 2-1, you are telling me that El Neni was almost parallel with Bellerin when Bellerin gave the assist that we won 2-1. Now, if you look at that, you'll see an improved El Neni, an improved El Neni. He's at the right place at the right time, and he's giving the right pass at the right time. That split
Mm,
pass is what won us the game.
mm,
Had he not given the pass forward, if he passed the ball backwards, we'll have not scored. But he
mm,
decided to slice it through so that he could give Bellerin, so Bellerin to give the assist. So he's the pass before the pass. As I was
mm.
saying, Bukayo Saka is the pass before the pass. We have another pass before the pass in El Neni.
Yeah. The pass before the pass. Again, I've always said I'm going to remain consistent. You have to play players who are on form. Do not play players on reputation. And again, that alludes to the main fact. Again, I don't want to mention the player's name because we've donated so much time, Isaac, over the last almost 3 years to our current number 10. Do not play players on reputation. Play players who are on form, and they will reward you with a win. But again, I've got a funny feeling that we're not going to see El Neni play against Leicester City. I would bet my house on it, even though I don't own the house. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Let me go into the live chat. Let's see if it's picked up, and maybe people have kind of calmed down now, and maybe they understand what we were trying to talk about with the headline: Arteta to blame. He blames himself. He blames himself. Where were we? Let's have a look here. Okay, so Majid says Arteta has managed to get the best out of Mustafi, El Nani, and even Shaka and others. It's just Ozil in recent times has become lazy and general. He's yeah, okay, all right, yeah. Thank you, Majid. Thank you for that. Got Bronze Dosser. Welcome back, Bronze Dosser. If Ozil was being dropped for comments made, that's wrong. But Ozil's favourite president is also causing problems in the Middle East and former state in the USSR. Crickets from Ozil on the issue. I need to pick and choose these comments here. I'm going to pick and choose. I'm not going to read all of them. Let's see. There's been so many of them, Isaac. So many of them. I'll let Isaac answer this one. Alex, what are these footballing reasons? I can't think of any reasons that are worth a loss of £300,000 a week. Well, I remember when he was asked in the press conference, they said, "Can you, be more specific on what are these footballing reasons?" And he did say that I'm not going to talk about those reasons there. I am going to say, literally, I blame myself for not getting the best out of Mesut Ozil. But as in regards to the specifics, I'm not going to talk about those. So, Isaac, did you want to do you want to comment on that?
Yeah, he said he's not going to give specifics.
Mm,
But if we are honest with ourselves and we see the way Arsenal is playing nowadays, we'll be honest enough and say Ozzy will not fit the system. Let's be honest with ourselves. Sometimes we say, yes, it has been said it is purely football reasons. Others have said it is politics.
mm,
If it is football reasons, we don't know. If it is politics, we don't know. We are not in their shoes. You will only know the pain if you are wearing that shoe.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Mm.
Arteta says it is purely football reasons. And if you look at the way we are evolving, Ozil will not fit. You know, we are not completely stable. We are not completely stable at the moment. If we were completely stable and then he did not play him, I will ask why he did not play him. But you see Partey going back to defend. You see Auba going back to defend. You see Nketiah going back to defend. You see Bukayo Saka defending very well. And even Lacazette and even Granit Xhaka defending. Everybody is defending. So if you're going to tell Ozil to defend, how is he gonna defend? Ozil has never defended in his life. He's always forward minded. He's just attacking. But if you want everybody to defend and Ozil does not defend, then it's like you playing less one man.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Well said, Isaac. I don't know how many times I can explain to the fans that that is what I see. And as well, if you use the stats tells you that Mesut Ozil is on a decline. He's on a decline. And like Isaac says, where can he fit in the philosophy of Mikel Arteta, where he's asking all the players, if you lose the ball, at least try and retain the ball back. Mesut Ozil, he's a luxury player that Arsenal cannot afford to have in this philosophy. It's not going to work. But people don't want to understand, or maybe they don't want to listen to the reasoning behind it. Let me go back into the chat, Isaac. Vincent, hello, Vincent. He says, "Hi, Alex. How are you, my brother? I'm fine, Vincent. I hope you're well. Say hello to your family from both myself and Isaac on Canfoy TV." Ivalad says, "Ozil has the best PR, but can't get a game. What's the point?" Abdul says, "Good morning, fodder. Fodder, cannon fodder. Please tell me about about my player Saka. What do you want me to tell you, Isaac? Isaac, what are your thoughts on Saka?"
Saka had an average game last night. Perhaps the City game drained him. He played well at City, but last night he did not play his best. He was drained out. And Alex, we look at the way we play. We want to attack from that left side. Our goals have been coming from the left side. It's like we did not have a plan B. But yesterday there was a plan B. It was that game was like the first half was a continuation of Man City game. The way we were playing at Man City, we were pressing from the left hand side. We wanted to get goals from the left hand side, but after the substitution, you see, we got the goals from the right hand side. So I'll say yesterday we had a plan B, but during the Man City game, we did not have a plan B. We were out of options. But I like the
Isaac,
way he played. Yes, he's young. We have got to understand he's young, and
mhm. I'm so happy you brought up that point. I'm so happy because you're right. Last night I saw the plan B. He had plan A. Yeah, again, we spoke last night about having Nketiah on the left hand side, but he came with a plan B. If plan A is not working, go to plan B. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. And again, you've got to remember as well, Mikel Arteta hasn't managed a major club. This is his first major position in a managerial position role. So he's managing Arsenal, one of the biggest clubs in Europe, and he's learning on the job. He's evolving. He's evolving the squad. But yeah, last night, Isaac, I saw the plan B. If plan A is not working, revert to plan B. And although it wasn't pretty stuff last night, the most important thing is, Isaac, we got the W. We got the win. But yeah, plan B. Go back into the live chat. Ivalad says Ozil seems to lack heart. He's proven problematic for several managers. Can we talk about Partey? What a player! He was covering every inch of the midfield, and I see him getting better and better. He has to start next game. Yeah, we spoke about him last night, Majid. Again, he grew into the game. He grew into the game. And the funny thing is, there was another bit of a report I wanted to talk about. Arteta's post-game conference. He said that Partey was literally dominated the midfield on his own. No, not on his own. He had El Neni. El Neni was there with him, dominating the midfield there. But yeah, Partey, I hope we do see him. I think we will see him play against Leicester City. But yeah, the longer the game grew on, you could see Partey, it was coming accustomed, and he dominated the midfield there. Do you want to add anything on that, Isaac, before we go on?
Yeah. But I love him to start during the weekend. I probably understand why he did not start during the Man City game. I give you an example of myself when I was in lower primary. I transferred from one school to the other, and I was just 2 days in, and they threw me into a debate, and I lost that debate. So you'll probably understand in real life, if you got someone new and you immediately throw them into the mix, the pressure is on their shoulders. He knows he is a high profile player. If he does not perform, what happens of him, what the fans are going to say. And as I've told you, Alex, that Arsenal are the most emotional fans in the world. If he didn't perform that Man City game, you could see people ranting, "Oh, we wasted our 45 million pounds." But I understand Arteta. He had to rest him and come on further in the game. But yesterday he started. He's good. Now I do not expect him to be dropped. I expect him to be a fast starter in every game we are going to be playing.
Well done. Well said. Well said. Here, here. Arteta's been diplomatic. What do you want him to say? I can't. Well, okay. Thank you for that. King Coastal Holiday Let's. How are you, my friend? Welcome back. Morning, everyone. He says. Oops. Alex, we need to give Arteta time. Other fans are already blaming him, which is not right to me. I've said that before, and I'll say it again. Give him time. This is his first major manager role at a big club. He has a 3-year contract. Just because he's going to lose 1 or 2 games back to back doesn't mean we have to ask for him to be sacked. He's evolving the squad with his philosophy. We have to give him time. Isaac rightly says that we are the most emotional fan base on the face of the earth. Give the manager time. I've got nothing more to say than that, Isaac. Got to give him time.
Yeah, he deserves that time.
Yeah, of course. Most people would be fired for a 50k a week mistake, but at Arsenal we cover it up by saying footballing reasons. But Amit, what do you want Mikel Arteta to say? What do you want him to say? Isaac has said it literally. The art of being very diplomatic, because when the pressure is on, especially at Arsenal, the media will pick and choose Arteta's words, which is why he's been very diplomatic. What do you want Mikel Arteta to say about Mesut Ozil that will make you happy, Amit? What do you want him to say?
Alex, if Arteta comes out and blames Ozil, and then Ozil with his PR team, he'll hit back at the club, and then you will have an ending war, war that is going to drag the club down. Instead of focusing on football, now they will be focusing on fighting Ozil. Now he's choosing his words carefully so that he does not anger Ozil, so that they start fighting in the club. So he's choosing them carefully. If Ozil hits here, he's going to say it is footballing reasons. And if you are mature enough and you are hitting at someone and he's saying it is footballing reasons, if you want to blame someone, blame me. Mm-hmm. I believe that is even why Ozil tweeted yesterday and said he's supporting the team. When during our FA final, he did not tweet. Him and Gunduzi tweeted while in holiday. They were enjoying themselves. But what happened yesterday is different. He said, "We are going to win the game. Come on, you Gunners." He's even himself feeling that I've been hitting at this club. But look, I'm not swaying them in any way to hit back at me so that we can start that war. And then he says, okay, now perhaps he's conceding defeat. He's saying, now let me support the team. We are going to win. Let's see what comes in the next few weeks and see what he tweets, and then we'll react to that again.
And that's what it should be about. It should be about the club. It shouldn't be about a player, fighting against the club or the club fighting against a player. It's a big distraction that Mikel Arteta doesn't want. He doesn't need it now. He doesn't want that. So I'll go back to the question to Amit. Amit, what do you want Arteta to come out and say? What do you want him to say? Let's just see here. As I told you, man of the match was not our best player on the pitch. The stats don't lie. Well, listen, we can debate that. Again, I'm going to stick by Mohamed El Neni. He was my man of the match because he was a much maligned player. Like I said with Isaac, passing the ball back, left, side, making a mistake, but he's a rejuvenated player, and we've got to celebrate that rather than criticizing that player there. He was my man of the match yesterday, Amit. I'm sorry, you might disagree.
Alex, perhaps we change the question from who's the man of the match to the who's most improved player, so that
Okay.
they'll stick with us with El Neni, because if we say who's the most improved player, everybody will say El Neni.
No, but Isaac, the thing is, Amit does not rate El Neni. He doesn't rate him at all. So that's the problem. Well, however you change the question. Oh dear. The Assemble says, Alex, Arshwin had impressive stats, but when you watched him, he wasn't having much impact. So you see, it isn't believing. Your thoughts, please. It's true. Again, with the stats, you can manipulate them to get the result that you want. I see people saying that if you look at the distance that Mesut Ozil runs during a game, that tells you that he's running. But is he running back to defend, or is he just running? What is he doing during the game? So if you can use statistics to manipulate and get the result that you want there. So I'm not believing the statistics there. For me, last night, Mohamed El Neni was my man of the match. You can say, well, Gabriel, he had so many duels, won, but yeah, I'm sorry. You can use statistics to get the answer that you want. All right, Isaac, here you go. So, Alex, if El Neni was as good as you say, why don't other clubs bid on him? Well, the Turkish clubs did. Though when he left Besiktas, there were several Turkish clubs who wanted his services. So look at Enzo Martinez and Emi Martinez. Both had bids by other clubs, and no, there were Turkish clubs coming in for Mohamed El Neni. So, what is your debate, Amit? You just don't like Mohamed El Neni.
Alex, let me ask Amit a question. You see how impressive Harry Kane and Hwang Min-son are. Have you ever heard of a club bid for them?
You let him answer that question. Isaac, the bottom line is Amit just does not like Mohamed El Neni. That's the issue there. No matter what he does, if he scored a hat trick, he'll still come in live chat there and say, he wasn't the man of the match. You've got to praise the players when they're playing good. And so far, Isaac, El Neni has played excellent. He's done nothing wrong.
Yes, he played excellent. He was good. He was among the best players yesterday night. If you were drawing a pool of the players who were excellent, you will say Gabriel, Partey, El Neni will not be excluded in that midfield.
Yeah. Come on, Amit. What's wrong, man? The reason Arteta will drop El Neni is because Amit does. That's a good one, Majid. Gabriel is a godsend to us. Whoever that recommended him to us was a genius. Yeah, and whoever paid the money as well, Larry. We had to pay the money, didn't we?
Yes, I reckon we that was a real bargain. It's like we robbed Lille. We robbed them a defender. We robbed them a real gem. And given his age and the way he's defending, I'm very certain that bigger clubs are going to come raving for him. when he's at the age of 25, 26, because he will be at his best. And given that he will have the best partner alongside him, I look forward to seeing Saliba coming back. I
Yeah.
want Saliba to come back and play with Gabriel. You look at they are 6 feet and above, the two of them, and the way they make tackles. I was looking at the way Saliba was playing at Saint Etienne, was making very good tackles. So if he comes in and settles with Gabriel, that defense will be revved for. People will be craving for the Arsenal defense, and
Hmm.
we are the Arsenal fan base. We are mean to ourselves. As I was watching that game yesterday night, the other supporters from the other clubs were telling me, "Look, Isaac, if there's something you have to brag for at this time, it is your defense. It has transformed. If there's something they were reckoning for yesterday night, it is the Arsenal defense."
Hmm. Hmm. Here, 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 here. Yeah, yeah. And I want to ask you a quick question before we go back into the live chat, Isaac, just for the last time. The situation with the captain's armband. Are you comfortable with having Auba having the armband?
Yeah, he's okay with the armband. You know, you cannot just strip him off his armband right
Uh-huh.
now. You will kill his confidence, given that he has had a drought of goals.
Hmm.
And I'll give you a theory why Laka was given that armband. Laka was a little bit off confidence, missing that goal with Liverpool. Those two goals with Liverpool, he did not finish them off. He was off confidence. He gave him that armband. My opinion is he gave him the armband to give him the confidence that he is a leader. He can get what he wants. And
Hmm.
Obo with the armband, yes, I'm confident. He's been there for a longer time, a longer period. Unlike in some other clubs that someone just comes in and you just throw the armband at them for being the captain. Look at someone who's been there and the relationship Auba has with the players. You know, you cannot give someone the armband who's always at loggerheads with his teammates. But the relationship that Auba has with his teammates is superb. You look at El Neni comment on Auba. You look at Madeline Niles comment on Uber. That kind of relationship that they have. So, as to him, I think he still has that armband because he has a very good relationship with the others. He can simply tell them, "Let's do this," and they'll do that.
That's a really. I didn't think of it that way, but you're right. You're right again, Isaac. Isaac is always right, which is why we've got him on Canon Fire TV. Oh dear. Okay, let me go into the live chat just for the last time. I've lost my point of reference now. Okay, yes, here we go. It was this one here. Oh no, I've lost it now. Begging your pardon. So what happens with we kind of break from the live chat. Where was I? Bear me a second, my people. Oh dearie me, I've lost it. There's been so many live comments. I've lost my point. I've lost my point of reference. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. All right, so Adesina, welcome. Says good morning, Alex and Isaac. God bless you all. The team is gradually improving. Yes, it is. I'm waiting for a full improve. You've got to give him time. You've got to give him time. And with that time, he will do the right thing. Of course, he's going to make errors and mistakes. He's going to lose some games, but we've got to trust in Mikel Arteta that he's doing the right thing. Again, because he's going to lose some games, it doesn't mean that we have to ask for him to be sacked or fired from Arsenal. Give the youngster, because I'm older than him, give him time to completely evolve the squad, and invest his philosophy there. We seem to be going in the right direction, but it's going to require time and patience, and not a meltdown over and across social media there. Ingas, welcome back. Welcome back. He says, big up, lads. Ingas, I hope you are well, my friend. It's been a while. And like I've just said, look, Ingas, what's going on? Come on. Arteta out. Not good enough. Come on, Ingas.
Alex, let me interrupt you a little bit. It is you rightly says that Arteta, it is his first time he's managing a club, and he's young, not just young. He's the youngest in the EPL. Even Lampard is older than him.
Hmm.
It is his first professional job as a manager. Lampard has managed Derby County. He's
Hmm.
just been an assistant for Pep Guardiola. Even the most experienced managers have made mistakes. You look at the last weekend's game. Mourinho made a mistake when he made a luxurious substitution just because he wanted to bring Gareth Bale in and take Heung-min Son out, and then he was leading 3-0, and then they conceded under 10 minutes, 3 goals. Even the most experienced managers make mistakes.
Hmm.
It is his first job.
Hmm.
Being his first job and what he has achieved, I will rate him higher than the Manu, Chelsea, and Tottenham managers. He's done a wonderful job. Let's give him time. He's
Hmm.
learning on the job, as you said, Alex. He's learning. When I did this was a mistake. He's learning from his mistakes. The first half, we learned that. Now, it is a continuation of Man City game. Let me
Yeah.
bring a plan B.
Yeah.
In the Man City, he did not have a plan B, but coming to Rapid Vienna, he had a plan B. He has always had a way to win games. Uh, Given under, if we go back to under Unai Emery, the game like the Sheffield game, we'll have lost it, but he changed the dynamics. Look at what he brings from the bench, Alex. If you look at Arteta, what he brings from the bench changes the game. He
Hmm.
brought Pepe and Nketiah the other time. They scored the winning game, the winning goals. Yesterday night he brought in Auba and he scored the winning goal. So
Hmm.
he's learning. He's seeing where he has deficiency throughout the playing time.
Ingers, I think you're a little bit too harsh too soon on Arteta. We won the FA Cup, we won the Community Shield. What more do you want Arteta to do in that short space of time? And like Isaac, you're making a comparison to Frank Lampard, who previously managed Derby County. What has he won? Lampard has not won anything, and he's older and supposed to be more experienced than Arteta. You're being too harsh on him, Ingers. Too harsh.
Yes, he had Chelsea for the whole season. He won nothing. You go to Laguna. He had Man United for 2 seasons. He has not won them anything. He's just taken them to Champions League. They have been in Champions League severally. He just took them back to Champions League. As Arteta is going to take us back to Champions League, we've missed Champions League for 3 seasons. We'll have
Yeah.
missed even Europa League had it not been for winning the FA Cup. He won
Mm.
the FA and took us back to Europa League, so that we will not be without European football. Now we have European football. Let's focus on winning Europa League so that we can go back to Champions League. And as we've been saying, Alex, he does not have the greatest of the squads in the EPL. There are teams who have super players. If Arteta had players the players who are at Man United, I believe we'll have even got better results than Ole Gunnar is getting.
Hmm. Hmm. Ingers, yeah, you've been a little bit too harsh too soon on Mikel Arteta. Too soon and too harsh. But before I continue, I'm going to remind everyone we're back doing the morning live shows at least for the next week because my score is going to be closing down for the half term next week. And I hope to have Isaac on a lot more on the morning segments. We'll be back tomorrow morning. I hope Isaac, if he's available, he'll be back with me. And yeah, I just wanted to say that. And also in the evening, we're going to be doing the Easy Talk. I'll have Larry. I'll have Mube Guna, chairman of the board. And who else am I going to have? Oh yeah, the cheeky chappy, Colombia Guna, all the way out there in South America. Let me go back into the live set just for the last time because we've been going for almost 50 minutes. Yeah, Ingers, I think you're being too harsh on Mikel Arteta. He's done wonders with the squads, wonders with the squad in such a short space of time. I remember we had the pandemic and he got the COVID, didn't he? So too harsh, too soon on Mikel Arteta, Ingers. But it's your opinion. We respect your opinion, but I disagree with you. The assembled. Here's a question for you, Isaac. Isaac, do you think that El Neni plays a tidy game? Arsenal fans are used to a certain type of player, and El Neni isn't easy on the eye, the same as David Hillier or Gilberto Silva. Never praised for what they did.
What corrupted our minds is the Invincibles. The Invincibles totally corrupted our minds. We want everybody to play like the Invincibles played. Everybody cannot play just like the Invincibles did. We have different type of players. We and whoever you put around them will complement their weaknesses and their abilities. Yes, El Neni has his weaknesses and he also has his abilities. He's looked solid in several occasions, and I want to see him more because he's younger. He's younger. He's not that old. He's younger. He's transformed, and he listens to what is being asked of him. What impresses me is that he listens, and he himself said that Arteta told him, "You have not given the best of what you are capable of."
Hmm.
Him for his last season before he left Arsenal, so he knows his abilities, he knows his weaknesses. We all have our weaknesses and we all have our abilities. So if you know a player's weakness, you will put someone around him who will complement him so that he can exploit his abilities.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. I quite measured their response there. I think the assembled. I'm going to run through these very, very quickly now. Inga says the biggest fraud at Arsenal is our number 10, such a waste of money. Amit says Inga stand out. Arteta is just a muppet. Well, again, your opinion. Monty, our moderator, just fired in. Just as we're going to wrap this one up. He says hi, Alex, and hi, Cannon TV family. Anthony says hi, Alex. Any news on Mali? Injury news. Well, I actually thought that he would have probably got some minutes, but I think maybe the game, yes, it's probably come a little bit too soon for him. Your thoughts, Isaac?
Yeah, Pablo Mari, he's training with the team right now.
Mm,
So I believe he'll get some playing time under the under 23 team.
yeah,
That is
yeah,
where they
yeah.
they mostly recuperate in. So if he gets playing time under the 23, he'll have more time on football.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, Alex, something I didn't tell you yesterday night. I miss Gabriel Martinelli.
Oh,
The
yeah, of
way he
course.
runs, the way yesterday night's game made me realize how much I miss him. He destroys defenders. That guy has ability. He has
Mm,
skill and he uses his brain well playing football. I really miss him. I want to see him back destroying teams like Rapid Vienna. If it was Martinelli up forward, I'm telling
mm.
you, Alex will have scored more than 4 goals.
Yeah. So to those doubters, I'm not going to mention anybody's name in the live chat. You've got to remember, we've still got Martinelli yet to come back from his long-term injury there. So you've got to give Mikel Arteta time. Don't be so reactive. Don't be so emotional. You got to give Mikel Arteta time. All right, just for the last time now in the live chat. Yes, Isaac is right. The team is not stable. Arteta is still building this team. Fans need to give him time. Larry one says there is no reason to drop El Neni. Then why should Arteta drop? If he does, then it will be recorded against him as a manager. Yeah, again, but I can feel it tomorrow. We won't see. Well, it's not tomorrow. It's Sunday, isn't it? Is it Sunday or Monday that we're playing? Can't remember. When are we playing against? It's the 24th, isn't it? I think. When are we playing against Leicester City? Leicester City. Just bear me a second. It is. I've completely forgotten.
Yeah, it
Yes,
is
it
Sunday.
is.
Sunday. We are playing them on Sunday.
Right. Okay. So yeah, I've got a funny feeling that we won't see
We are playing them on
Elneny.
Sunday.
Yeah, yeah. I've got a funny feeling that we won't see Elneny play. But yeah, again, you got to play players on who are on form. Play players who are on form. Just the last few. Adesina says, I think we should leave Ozil and the Arsenal alone and we fans should move on. And based on Isaac's comments, Arteta can never play Messi in our team. Well, let's have a look. Monty says, did everyone see the amazing pass El Neni did for the second goal? Yeah, Monty, we've been talking about that. He was our man of the match. He was our man of the match. Nobody else. Forget about Gabriel, man. And look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I love the partnership between Partey and El Neni, constantly taking pressure off the defense, which was so shaky. And of course, yeah. Personally, I'm not happy to see Xhaka come back. I want to see Ceballos paired with El Neni and Partey. That is my midfield three there. I think Xhaka should be on the subs bench. That is my preferred three midfield there. I think we've come to an end. I know there's so many comments on live chat, but we've been going for almost an hour, and yeah, otherwise we'll be here for another 2 more hours, Isaac. And I've got things to do. It's my daughter's birthday today. Let me just maybe just pick up maybe one or two before we finish this one up. All right, here's one here for you, Isaac. Magic A says, yes, Isaac gets it. Arteta is being smart and not letting the situation get worse. Yeah, he's just trying to relieve the pressure. You know, he's taking the pressure on himself. You know, it's my fault. It's the reason why I can't get the best out of Ozil. Leave it at that. Arteta he's very good at being very diplomatic because the pressure is on. The world is watching him on his every word about Mesut Ozil. He's been diplomatic about the situation there. Isaac, do you want to say anything else before we finish this live segment?
And it is like he's training the other players, and it is like he's training the other players how to respond to the media. I've been watching how the interviews with El Neni, with Bukayo Saka, with all the players when they are interviewed, their response is similar to that of Arteta. Yesterday night, Luis was interviewed, and his comments or his reactions were very calculated. It's like he's coaching them on how to handle themselves in front of the media so that they do not spur up things, so that they do not. The players have been personally asked about Ozil, and you look at the way they comment on that situation, it proves they are mature enough. Even Bukayo Saka, who's just 19 years old, is mature enough to stand in the media and say we are supporting Mesut Ozil. Now we are focusing on the game, and we will go back to the Mesut Ozil when we go back to training. The way he is responding, the way he has, is like he's training them. Is like he has. It is like he also has a PR coach somewhere who's training his players how to respond to issues in the media.
Isaac. Ingus comes back and says, I honestly don't trust Arteta to take us at least a top 4 with players that he still kept. They have failed 3 managers for 3 years. Now, some of them, I rate Arteta for winning the FA Cup, but it has nothing to do, with this season. But you've got to give him praise for what he's done with this current squad of players. The problem with that we didn't see a lot of players going was what happened over the last previous years. It has nothing to do with Mikel Arteta. Nothing to do with Mikel Arteta. It's to do with Arsene Wenger, Gazidis. When we get players in, we bump up the wages. And so when we're trying to get rid of them, no club can afford to match those level of wages. So that has nothing to do with Mikel Arteta. Nothing to do with Mikel Arteta, Ingus. Just one more. Hold on. Actually, this is Larry. Larry is right. Alex, I just checked your poll of man of the match. Thomas Partey got 47%, Gabriel got 41%, and El Neni got 6% of man of the match. That's okay. That's all right. And Adesina, just to wrap up this last bit now, says happy birthday to my daughter Alex. Thank you so very much. I'm going to be seeing her once I've done this live show here. It's gone a lot longer than I thought, Isaac. A lot longer than I thought. And Jason also says, Say happy birthday to your daughter. I will, Jason. Thank you, Jason, for your kind wishes. And Majid also says happy birthday to your daughter. Guys, thank you so very much. Jay, sorry. We're going to be back again, giving you some more live news for the next few days in the morning. Isaac's going to be joining me as long as he's available. Isaac, it's been a real pleasure to share the morning shows with you. So it's going to continue for the next week or so. Anything you want to say, Isaac, before we finish?
Yeah, I'll be available. It has been a pleasure being here to share this platform with my fellow Gunners. We we all have our own thoughts. We all have our individual perspectives, but I'm happy that we can find a common ground to agree on. And let's continue supporting the club. Yes, we have different opinions, but our opinions will remain our opinions because we are different. We all have different backgrounds. So definitely, we will not always have a common opinion.
Here. Well said, Isaac. And like I say, we all give everyone their opinion, no, their say. No two people are the same, and yeah, as long as you don't go, above and beyond and over, where you're making personal attacks against the player or actually the panelists, we don't accept that here. Which is why we've got Monty, the moderator, to make sure that everyone is on board. Again, it's been a pleasure. But join me again, same time tomorrow, with Isaac and myself, where we go through some more news. I'll be back later on this evening doing the easy talk. I'm going to have Larry one. I'm going to have the cheeky chappy Alfie, and also I'll have the chairman of the boards. Yes, Mube Guna, talking about last night's game with Rapid Vienna, where we just scraped by. But a win is a win. A win is a win. A win is a win. There will be a pre-recorded video coming up, maybe in the next 2 hours, in regards to the player profile, where we feature Arsenal players who have played for Arsenal over the last 50 and maybe 60 years. This one is a real interesting one, and it's my hero, the player who got me supporting Arsenal more than 40 odd years ago. So for myself and Isaac, if you are thinking and you're wondering whether you want to subscribe to Canafoy TV, do it. Subscribe to Canafoy TV so you can be part of the bigger community here on Canafoy TV. We're making our way to 10,000 subscribers. Yeah, it's been a long, old road, and it's going to continue once we've reached that landmark there. Be part of the community, and make sure you don't miss out on all the content that we've been putting up over the last, almost 3 years. Almost 3 years. The time has gone very, very quick. I've lost my hair. All my hair. All the hair I have has gone all grey. And we go onwards and upwards. But if you're wondering whether you should be subscribing to Canafoy TV, make sure you subscribe to Canafoy TV. And we shall see you later on this evening for the Easy Talk. Isaac, I shall see you tomorrow, same time, same place on Canafoy TV. But I shall bid you farewell. Have a good afternoon wherever you are in this fantastic world of us. And I shall see you later on today.